everybody, and welcome back to another live stream. Hello, welcome. This is Everything DC, Marvel, and more, and today we are going to be talking about the Star Wars Celebration plus the WonderCon Anaheim panel schedule. They both were announced. WonderCon schedule was announced on Friday, and the Star Wars Celebration panel was announced on Tuesday, so I thought I would just wait and I would go over both of them this weekend because they both came out, which is perfect. So if you are watching, I would like it and I would really appreciate it if you liked, subscribed, and turn on notifications to always be notified when I make future videos. I am your EDM host, Luke, and we are going to get right into it. So yeah, be sure to let me know if everything sounds good. So let's start by going over let's see. Okay, so let's first go over the Star Wars Celebration. So we're gonna go right into it. And we're gonna start with the Star Wars Celebration panel. So, Star Wars Celebration is basically a really big Star Wars convention. So we are gonna go right into it right now. So let me get this off the screen. Perfect. Okay, and then we'll go just like that. Or actually, I'm trying to see. I think that looks better. Okay, so plan ahead with the Star Wars Celebration Europe 2023 panel schedule, plus tune to the Star Wars Celebration Live presented by Star Wars Jedi Survivor each day to stream panels, catch exclusive interviews, and other unforgettable and unscripted moments direct from the show floor. So basically, on YouTube, you can watch the Star Wars Celebration live, and you can actually watch it even if you're not there, which is really cool. So prep your best Endor party gear and get ready for the Star Wars Celebration Europe 2023. Today, Star Wars proudly presents the official Celebration Europe schedule for the Celebration Galaxy and Twin Sun stages, featuring panels, discussions, and more. Our list has the intel, and you need to ensure that your celebration experience will be quite operational when your friends arrive. To see what's happening, that's just to get more just to get more information on the panels. So there it is right there, Star Wars Celebration Live Europe 2023, presented by Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which is a video game. And for the fans at home, the return of Star Wars Celebration Live from London means you can catch colorful commentary, surprise celebrity guests, and exclusive interviews on the live stream with your host, Anthony Carboni, and then also some other hosts. So here, these are just some information about the stages, but we won't really talk about that much about that because we want to get straight into the programs. So starting on Friday, we have the first kind of big panel is the Lucasfilm Studio Showcase from 11 a.m. to 12:30. So I actually have off that day, Friday, April 7th, so I will be able to live stream. It's actually perfect timing. So I am planning, I'll go more into after this what panels I'm streaming and what I'm not. But I'll just first go through all the panels. So from 11 a.m. to 12:30 is the Lucasfilm Studio Showcase. Star Wars Celebration returned, launching with a must-see showcase that will kick the weekend's festivities into hyperdrive. Lucasfilm's current crop of live-action filmmakers will be joined by special guests to discuss the many current and upcoming keyword and upcoming Star Wars adventures, including The Mandalorian, Andor, and more. Then, which is not that much of a big one, but is the London Calling Designing Star Wars Productions in the UK. If you want, you can read that really quickly. It looks like it's just going more into behind the scenes for design work on Lucasfilm's UK productions. Then we have the making of Andor Season 1, so it goes behind the scenes of Andor. And then that's it for Friday, so Yeah. And actually, I think I'm just gonna go over this now because it would make sense to. I'll go day by day. So for Friday, the only panel I will be live for will be this one from 11 to 12:30, the studio showcase. Um, I may be live actually later at night on Friday, like maybe after this panel, because I kind of want to start doing, because this year, this would be the first panel of the year, and I want to go a lot more in depth with panels um, this year. So I may even, be live during this panel from 11 to 12:30 for the studio showcase, and then even be live at the end of all these days. So like at the end of that day, so like at 5 or 6 I might be live. um and then yeah, this Pacific Eastern. Okay, so question here, is this Pacific time or Eastern? I believe this is Eastern, I would say. it I don't think it says, but I would believe it is EST. I think if you look on here, let me see. Okay, yeah, on the Star Wars Celebration panels, it translates to your time. So yeah, this is EST. So all of this is EST. So yeah, I'm probably gonna be live for the studio showcase, and then also at the end of the day talk about all the other announcements. But next, that leaves us into Saturday, which again, really early in the morning at 11, we have our first show panel that's actually talking about a show, which is super exciting. The Ahsoka panel from 11 to noon. Join executive producers Dave Filoni and John, I'm not sure how to say that, and special guests for the look at the upcoming Disney Plus series Ahsoka. So I'll be sure to be live there. Bringing worlds to life, the concept arts of ILM. So that's just a panel that I won't be live for. Star Wars The High Republic, this I will be live for. Most likely, I would say. This is from 1 to 2. So I'm probably will be live that day from 11 to 2, but I would take, like, on the screen there will just be an hour countdown. After this, there'll be an hour countdown where it will just be a countdown with music. There'll be a whole playlist of music playing, and then at 1 I'll go live again to go over the Star Wars The High Republic, or I'll make a new live stream. I'll figure it out, but yeah. 40 years of the Return of the Jedi, another panel that I probably won't be live streaming just because it's a nothing to talk about. Upcoming content, Star Wars creator cosplay workshop. This one is the Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures screening. So This is actually another panel where it is about a new show, Young Jedi Adventures. Um, families and fans of all ages are invited to attend an advanced screening of the first 2 episodes of Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures. Um, Join special guests for an exciting sneak peek at the new animated series set during the High Republic era. Young Jedi Adventures follows younglings as they study the ways of the Force, explore the galaxy, and learn valuable lesson skills needed to become Jedi. Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures will premiere on Disney Plus and Disney Junior on May 4th. So that I'll probably live stream as well. It's just Saturday's such a big day because it's like I don't know, because this one's going till 2 and then this one's going till 3. So I don't know if it'd be smarter. I'll ask you guys, what do you guys think you would rather have me do? Would you rather have me um go through, so let me actually start sharing this. So this isn't the whole, this is not, I know we haven't went through all of it yet, but I kind of just wanted to go through this. So these are the panels. The ones that are highlighted in red are the ones I'm going to be going over. So as you can see all right here, we have a panel, Ahsoka from 11 to noon, and then 1 to 2, and then 3 to 4. So there's an hour break in between. So would you rather just have me be live for that whole day from like 11 to 4? Well, really, it would be, yeah, 11 to 4. Or, and then have an hour break countdown in between. Or go live just 3 times that day, one from 11 to noon, and then I'm done live streaming, and then another from 1 to 2. Whatever you guys think, let me know. Put it in the comments, and I'll do whatever you guys want. I'm fine with either. So I will stop sharing that screen because now we are going to go back here and go over this. Okay. After this, we have the Hasbro Star Wars panel. This one is basically talking about some new Star Wars action figures. I don't know. This may be one that I'm not live streaming, but like I could. I don't think because it's not really what I cover, so I probably won't. Next, we have a creature Katana, and then Clone Wars 15th anniversary panel. So those ones I won't live stream. I'll go over the options at the end. I'll go over the live stream at the end again. Okay. Um, yeah, so I'll go over the options again at the end. Let's see. Okay, so next we have Sunday. So Sunday we have Villains of the Sequel Trilogy. This just kind of talks about some other villains of stuff. Behind the Magic, the visual effects of Andor. Um, that is, yeah, I won't be covering that one. Hyperspace Stories Dark Horse Comics returns. A look back at Obi-Wan Kenobi. Funko Collect Across the Galaxy. Star Wars cosplay competition. Beyond the Spears, making of the Tales of the Galaxy's Edge. Um, Disney Parks, where Star Wars comes to life. Star Wars Animation Game Night. Lucasfilm Publishing, Stories from a Galaxy Far, Far Away. So that's sort of like the one featuring all new announcements. So this is one that's like Star Wars, like comics almost. Is that panel, which I may actually cover, honestly. This one's a weird. This might be one because. Let me see, what did I say I was going to cover? Because I made a. What I'll do, so for this one, make sure during this time I would just. Well, actually, no, never mind, never mind. I'll go through Monday and then I'll go over one more time of all the ones like my personal schedule for the live streaming. So let's go over to Monday now. So this is the last day of the event, Monday. This day I will not be able to live stream because I have somewhere I have to go. You can probably guess what that is because it's a Monday. But it's kind of sad that I can't live stream any of these, but I have a plan. So I'll go through all of it and then I'll tell you the plan. So this is Star Wars The Bad Batch has a panel from 11 to noon. Marvel Comics presents Star Wars, so some Star Wars from Marvel, like comics, I don't know. From screen to tabletop, Star Wars Visions Volume 2 from 1 to 2 p.m. Star Wars Galaxy Size Collecting a Micro World with Jazzwares, designing Obi-Wan Kenobi and The Mandalorian, and then finally the Celebration Europe closing ceremony. So, here's the plan. I'm going to start back up on here. So we'll go day by day, and I'm actually going to write this down because looking at these panels and actually talking it out is making me have a new idea. So this is something that I would try to focus on just because it's kind of important. So Friday, we are going to stream the Lucas Film Studio Showcase from 11 to noon. Okay, and then that's it. So I'll just do that from 11 to noon, or 11 to 12:30, sorry. So that's it for Friday. I'll just do that, nothing else. And then Saturday, here is the options. So pay attention and then let me know what you want to do for some of these options. So either, here are the choices. We can either because so there's 3 panels in a row on Saturday that I would cover, but they're all separated by 1 hour at a time. So like the Ahsoka panel is from 11 to noon. The Star Wars The High Republic panel is from 1 to 2, and Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures is from 3 to 4. So there's 3 panels, but they're separated by an hour. So the choice that we can do is either I can just keep one live stream for that whole day with like timers and countdowns for an hour going on the screen just for like a break, or I can just have 3 different live streams that day going over those different panels. Personally, the more I think about it, I would probably enjoy probably make more sense to do different panels so then I can title them different things. So if people wanted to go back and watch the panels and the live streams, they could. Because someone may be interested in Ahsoka, but isn't interested in the Star Wars: The High Republic. So that'll probably be what I do. Now just talking about that, I think that is actually what I'm gonna do. So again, Friday, we're just going to be live over this. If you look at my screen, I'm highlighting it. We'll just be live during that time. That's the only time for Friday. Saturday, I will be live here from 11 to noon, and then the live stream will end, and I'll be live again from 1 to 2, going over Star Wars The High Republic, and then I'll go live, then it'll be done after that, and then from 3 to 4, I'll go live again, going over Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures. And then I think I'm going to I'll take a break for that day. And then for the Hasbro Star Wars panel where it goes over the games and stuff, I will wait to do that live stream until here, while they're also going over Funko. So I'll basically just do like a whole live stream going over Star Wars like action figure announcements from the thing at 2 o'clock. So then I can go over the Funko announcements that are live revealing, and then I can also go over from here the these announcements. So I think that is what I'll do. And that's from Sunday from 2 to 3. And then I think that's actually it. Oh, wait, no. And then also this. So a little bit of a later panel from 5:30 to 6:30. I'll also go live again going over the Lucasfilm Publishing, Stories from a Galaxy Far, Far Away. And then that's it. And then Monday, here's the plan. So Monday, I can't be live. The earliest I could be live this day would be like 4:30. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll go live Monday at 4:30, and I will cover, it'll probably be a longer live stream, but I'll do a bunch of stuff during that. I'll cover all the announcements from the weekend. Plus, I will cover the announcements from that day. So I will also be covering Star Wars Visions Volume 2, that panel, and also cover Star Wars The Bad Batch panel. So both of those I'll first cover, and then after that I'll also cover the recap of the whole event, because that is the final, that would be the end of the event. So that's the plan for Monday. That's the plan for the whole event. If you want to, you can click that right there, and that QR code will bring you straight to my Twitter, and then you can scan that, and you can take you right there, and I'll post that schedule when it gets closer, so you can see all the times that I will be live. So, now we are gonna go over something else, because that was Star Wars Celebration. Now we're gonna go over the WonderCon Anaheim. I have to be honest, it looked actually pretty good, the Star Wars Celebration. I'm excited for it. I think it's gonna be pretty good. Next, I'm gonna go over WonderCon. So this one's a little bit different. I'm actually super happy. I did not mean to do that. So something that they did new with this year is they went they went back to sked, I'm not sure how to say it, but basically this right here, they went back to this platform. They did this like other like eventy or event something like that, and it was really, yeah, I did not like it. But they used to have yeah, it's called My Schedule. They used to have this, and it was really, really good. So I'm really happy they're going back to it. But I'll kind of show you how it works. So the best way to look at this, I would say, would be clicking on here on the quick links, clicking print ready, and then it brings you to this, which I will go right here. So then it brings you to this, which is all the panels are right here. I'm just gonna zoom into that. There we go. And then if you click simple, you can change that to detailed, and then it also has all of the it has the date here, and then it has the times, it has the location on the side, it has the name, and then it also has the description of the panel as well. Then you can also do it by date, venue, so you can see what room you want if you have a specific room. And then type, if you just want to see programs, you can do that. Or if you want to see, maybe you want to do like animation programs, you can click that, and it shows all the animation programs. Really, really cool. But there's a lot of stuff that isn't really related to stuff that I cover. So, just like most panels and conventions that I do, I make, I basically combine all of them, all these panels from that has to do with either Star Wars, Marvel, or DC, so you don't have to worry about doing it. So let's first go over right here on Friday. So from 12 to 1:30, they had the Marvel Untied X-Men panel. So something to know about both of these, Marvel Untied X-Men and Marvel Zombies. Those ones, so Marvel Zombies, a yeah, game. That's not like Marvel Zombies, the TV show. That's just a game you can play. And it's not even like a new video game. It's like a role playing game that you can play. So they have those two at the event, and it's at like the very, very beginning of the event. And it just goes to like through the whole entire event. So they like had this on the schedule maybe 20 times. I only included it the first time that it showed up, which was first thing on Friday. So those ones are just games you can play, but they are Marvel, so I decided to include them. Next is Dawn of DC. So Dawn, or actually, I'll read these. So Marvel and Tide X-Men assume the role of iconic Marvel X-Men, uh, cooperating to stop the master plan of powerful villain controlled by the game. Um, there we go. I'm just trying to see. I feel like it's kind of hard to read it. Okay, that's a little bit better. The location, you guys probably don't mind that much about the location, so I will not read the location. Um, but yeah, if you wanted to see the location, you can actually click the schedule, so that's fine. I just wanted to zoom in so you guys can actually see it. So, why does it keep doing that? It's a little weird. Okay. So yeah, heroes must carefully choose the cards that are not only offered actions and superpowers to use, but also combined with the actions of other heroes to do the impossible. And then Marvel Zombies, a zombicide game. The hunger takes hold after many heroes in the Marvel universe has been turned into zombies. You play as these infected heroes and will be eating people to satisfy your hunger and objectives within the game. Okay, next we have Dawn of the DC from 2 to 3. Um, Dawn is Rising the DC Universe. Superstar writers and artists Tom Kane, uh, Mitch Grads, I think, Jeremy Adams, Dennis Culver, and Morgan Hampton come together for a first look at their upcoming Dawn of DC title. So, really cool panel. Um, Something I do have to say, which is kind of sad. I will be on spring break during WonderCon Anaheim, so I'm not going to be able to cover any of these panels. When I get back, though, if something really. I mean, a lot of these panels are kind of anticlimactic, I would say. Um, I mean, versus like San Diego Comic Con, where I cleared out my whole schedule for that week. Like, I specifically made sure I had nothing going on because I know I'm going to be live streaming so much. Like this, there's not really that much, so it's kind of it's fine. I don't even think I'm gonna live stream after I get back, just because I don't think anything's really gonna release from it that's interesting. Um, but yeah, so next is Star Wars X-Wing: Find the Rebel Spy. That's just another game. Star Wars: The Fandom, the early days from 5:30 to 6:30. Craig Miller, Lucasfilm original director, fan relations, and public on Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back, gives a slideshow on the early association between Star Wars and the fandom, including stories about how fans got involved and were kept involved from even before the film came out. This one's like the only one that actually has to do with like the MCU, which is also really sad, but it's really the only one. No, you move marvelous women in comics and on the screen, which kind of reminds me of that new Marvel show called Empower. Um, it's a documentary series talking about like the women of Marvel. I have not watched it yet. I'm probably gonna watch it today sometime, but pretty cool. So Wanda, She-Hulk, Shuri, Squirrel Girl, Miss Marvel, Jessica Jones. Marvel Comics and MCU are simply full of amazing women who also happen to be superheroes. How are their stories different from the other heroes? Do they bring a different perspective on how to save the world? Do they define heroism differently than Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, Black Panther, Doctor Strange? Or might their differences be more about being superhumans and being superheroes? Um, so yeah, pretty cool. Just kind of talk about the Woman of Marvel. The X-Men fandom panel. I won't talk about all of these. Batman the Doom that came to Gotham. This is a brand new animated film. If you want to watch that, you can. And then that's it for Friday. Now for Saturday. So the Science of Spider-Man, Spotlight on Tom King. There's a lot of spotlights that have like names. The things about spotlights. So both WonderCon and San Diego Comic Con do these, where it's like panels with specific people, and you just kind of have like a spotlight on them. Um, I've started to know there's so many, so I've only included ones that are like really well known. Like Tom Kane is really well known. Um, like when Stan Lee was alive, he had those. Like I wouldn't have included those, or like Jim Lee or James Gunn, like stuff like those, like really big people then I would include them. So like Tom King's pretty big, so I included they have a spotlight, a world premiere of Justice League. So they have a world premiere, intro to TV writing, the first draft to getting staffed. So some people from Arrow will be there. Daredevil Born Again will be there. So they're talking about like the intro to TV writing. Marvel Draw Live, talking about like Marvel drawings. Funko Pop Talk Live, so they're going to be having a Funko Pop panel revealing some new Funkos. This one's actually really cool. So they haven't had an Arrowverse panel at WonderCon Anaheim for a while. I mean, well, no, actually, that's wrong. Last year, they had a Superman Lois and a Naomi panel. Now they have none, except for this one. So the science of the Arrowverse. So as the Flash TV series races to its finish line, revisit the Arrowverse from its beginning in Arrow through Black Lightning, Stargirl, and more, with the exploration of the science fiction, and fantasy behind these great stories. Dr. Travis asks a panel of experts how and if any of it might work. And then also there may be a surprise guest or two, which is pretty cool. And then that's it for Saturday. Then for Sunday, we have the 31st anniversary of X-Men, the animated series, Star Wars trading cards collecting, the Physology and Celebration of Batman, Mask of the... I'm not sure how to say that word. So that's a panel. Fans assemble the Avengers Initiative Marvel Costume Group, Civil Rights in the Time of Star Wars. So that's it. So that's it for the panel. I would say it's kind of anticlimactic, I would say, but it's fine as I'm not going to be able to live stream it anyways. If I was here and I was able to, then I would be kind of sad, but yeah, there's really not that much. So yeah, that's fine. Before we do go though, I did want to sort of recap this very quickly. So I do have the main view here. Okay, so here, as you can see, is a list of everything that I cover for panels. So Funko Fair, that already has finished, I believe. WonderCon we just went over. Star Wars Celebration we just went over. So the next one we have is Star Wars Day, which may not even be that much of a panel, just because it's not really that much of a convention. It's just a day on May 4th where they reveal a lot of new announcements and stuff, which is just a one-day thing. So I'll probably go live on that day just talking about the reveals. So really, as you can see, the next panel or convention we have is San Diego Comic-Con, which is crazy to think about because it's like, I feel like it was just a little bit, like, it was not that long ago when we were talking about, like, we were live and Marvel revealed their plans. Like, yeah, it was not that long ago. And I mean, if you look at a calendar, it's March 12th today. July 19th we have, like, so the end of March, April, May, June, July. So just a little bit, but yeah, it's crazy. Then they have Welcome to the Multiverse, which is a new Marvel panel in the second half of 2023. The D23 Expo, Espero PulseCon, New York Comic Con, which I didn't cover last year, and I don't know why, but yeah, New York Comic Con's a pretty big one too. It's the second biggest one. So first it's San Diego, and then it's New York. Disney Plus Day, kind of like Star Wars Day, it's just a one-day thing. CCXP, that was one that was actually big too. They had a lot of panels there, which is cool. DC fandom, which may not even happen, Disney Investors Day / the Disney Shareholders Webcast. That's just a random day where they reveal stuff coming to Disney Plus. So, yeah, it's crazy that San Diego Comic Con is soon. So before we do in the live stream for the next little bit, I was wondering if anyone had any questions that they wanted me to answer. It could be about Star Wars Celebration, or it could be about WonderCon, or it could be about maybe The Flash. If there's something like with the Flash TV show or something, if I'm, looking forward to Gotham Knights, Superman Lois, whatever you have, doesn't even have to be related, ask me and I can be sure to answer. Something I did want to talk about was Gotham Knights and Superman and Lois. That's premiering Tuesday. Like that, I don't know, it's crazy. Like they're coming out with these like it's, I don't know, it's, yeah, it's weird. It's coming out really soon. Like, cause today's Sunday, it's coming out in 2 days. Same with Superman Lois. So Superman and Lois is Tuesday from 8 to 9. Gotham Knights is Tuesday from 9 to 10. Another thing too that I wanted to cover is they also came out with the titles for every single episode of Gotham Knights except for episode 13. Which I think is a little strange, but I mean, hey, it works. And a lot of people said a lot of people said it was almost kind of like Naomi, where if you remember with Naomi, I wonder if I can find it. With Naomi, it was like one of those shows where like the first couple episodes were like really, really slow, and then to like the 7th episode, I'm not a used car salesman, where like it talked all about like the like where it talked all about the like behind the like origin story, and then it kind of switched and it got a little bit better, which was good. Someone who's seen Gotham Knights said that's almost the same. Like the first couple episodes are kind of slow, but then there's like an episode that changes it, and like it's not that bad. Like, and I think they said too, like if I like Naomi was one of those shows where the only reason I was watching, the only reason I think a lot of people were watching it is because it was an Arrowverse show, and like you want to have the title of like watching every Arrowverse show. The person said that Gotham Knights is like one of those shows where like if you've never watched the Arrowverse and you don't care to have that title and you just wanted to watch a show, like you would like to watch it. So I mean, that's pretty good. I was just thinking it would be one of those not good shows, but I don't know, it's pretty good. So I saw this here. So how do you think the Flash Red Death storyline wrapping up? Did you like it? I'll keep that on, actually. Kinda. I don't know. I think it was like... I think the whole point in having it was to have, like, characters come back. They had a lot of characters come back, which I think was good, but I don't think it was... Because, like, Eric Wallace, the showrunner, was like, complaining about how, they didn't have enough episodes, but also they spent 5 episodes doing this, which I don't think they had to do. Like, they could have just did one main storyline, which I think would have been better. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think it's a little interesting, but also too like I know because we have episode one, two, and three. So the internet was called Rogue War, and I think that may have just been revealed because normally he doesn't announce the ones like the graphic novel titles until after it comes out. That one was Rogue War, and now we're in an interlude. So I think 6 and 7. So the synopsis for episode 6, which is the next one, is this says, as Barry and Iris prepare for their new life, luck changes for those in Central City. Cecile takes on the case with Allegra's help, involving a string of unfortunate and highly unexpected events. Meanwhile, Chester and the team work with Keon to figure out her abilities. So, um, yeah, and then the next episode, Wildest Dreams, Iris is visited by Nia now, which is pretty cool. As she needs Iris's help, when Iris and Nia fall into a fever dream and explore different possibilities for their lives, Barry, Chester, Allegra, and Cecile desperately try to help them. Meanwhile, Mark entertains Keon, but they have different ideas of what is fun, leaving Keon to feel that Mark is trying to make her something she is not. And then 8, I don't know, is an interlude. 8 might be an interlude. All I know is episode 9 is where, like, Green Arrow shows up, Diggle shows up, all those characters show up. So even if it is an interlude, it's, like, a really good interlude. And then I'm pretty sure 10, 11, and 12 is, like, another storyline and it's called like a new world. So I think in for that one, it's almost like a thing where like he gets like maybe he like runs super fast or something, and then he gets like he runs so fast that instead of just going back in time, he actually goes to a new multiverse, and that's where um like he's in a new world, I guess. I don't know. But what's interesting too is like also like a new world if he does do multiverse travel, people are expecting that he is gonna go somewhere and is gonna see the Flash, like the DCEU Flash, because what's interesting about this is if you look up the Flash movie on Google and you click cast, it says Ezra Miller, The Flash, and then it says Michael Keaton, Batman, Ben Affleck, Batman, but then it also says Grant Gustin. But then it also says Henry Cavill, which I don't see that being a thing. So, like, that's where it's like, I don't know if this was just like a mistake, and also, like, it doesn't say what Grant Gustin's playing. Like, assume, like, obviously he would play like obviously he would play the Flash, but like it doesn't say. Oh, I did not mean to do that. But like it doesn't say the Flash. Just like with Henry Cavill doesn't say Superman. Just as Henry Cavill. So I don't know, it's a little interesting, I would say. I yeah. Definitely interesting. Um let's see. So why would they introduce Keanu as a new character in the final season? I don't know. I'm a little sad about that too. Like I almost wish they had Frost and Caitlyn in the final season just because they've been in it so much, but like at least they didn't just like tell Danielle Panabaker that she can't come back. Because, like, at least because she's been there. There's been three characters who have been there all 9 seasons, all 9 years, and that's Barry, aka Grant Gustin, Iris, aka Candace Patton, and then Caitlin, Snow, Frost, Killer Frost, Keon, all these characters, who's played by Daniel Panabaker. So at least she's still in the final season, but I feel like I would like it better if it was someone else, like if it was Caitlyn, but yeah. Um so let's see. Does anyone have any other questions about um any other questions for me? Oh yeah, so John Diggle, Wally West slash so okay wait, so John Diggle slash Spartan, Wally West slash Kid Flash, Ramsey Rosso slash Bloodwork, and Oliver Queen slash Green Arrow will return in episode 9. And then David Sane, Henry Allen, and Nora Allen will return in episode 10. And then Eobard Thawne slash Reverse Flash, Hunter Zalamone slash Zoom, Savitar, and August Hart slash Godspeed will return in episode 13, which is the finale, which also I just realized is probably a really big spoiler, so I apologize. But I've been trying not to watch that many videos of like, because they're done. They're done filming. Um, now, like they just finished I think a week ago, so there's a lot of things coming out. I'm trying not to look at them, but they are done filming. That's just really sad, but yeah, they are. Um, what else is confirmed? The events of the Earth Prime comic issues, Training Day, and Phantom Punch will be explored further. Okay. The negative Speed Force will choose a new avatar to maintain balance in the universe. Cobalt Blue will be the new avatar. Villains from the previous 8 seasons will return. There will be at least 2 big bads. Nia Now slash Dreamer will appear in Wildest Dreams and team up with Iris to investigate a very bizarre and frightening mystery. And then finally, plot points from as early as season 1 that was never resolved will get resolved. So, what were some of, let me see, from season 1 of The Flash, that remember. Let me see. I don't think there's any. Huh. Yeah, so like so like things like, you know how like Star Labs is like half just destroyed. Like if it does the video thing of it and it shows that like half of it's destroyed, like they would be having just a little episode where they're like fixing it or it's like fixed. So like stuff like that just to sort of recap the show. I really think the finale is going to be sad though. Like I'm just happy they were able to write a proper season finale. Like that's really good. I'm just sad about the whole thing with like Legends of Batwoman. I think at least they, a lot of people are mad that they did Batwoman as Red Death, but like also, I think they played it good because like they made it so like Batwoman fans would be happy to see Batwoman, but they didn't like finish up her storyline because then Legends fans would be mad that their storyline wasn't finished. But like I just don't understand why they can't just do like a 5 episode season. Or like not even a 5 episode season, maybe just have like HBO Max do like a mini movie and have it be like an hour or two. And if they don't want to have all the characters come back, then that's fine. Even just do like a comic book. Like I would read that. Like if they just did a like canon comic book of what happened to them, that would be cool. Um so yeah, when it gets closer, I'll post that thing on Twitter to go over um my schedule for San Diego Comic Con. But I think that's going to be it for the live stream today. I'm going to end it a little bit early. Usually we go to an hour, but there's not really that much to talk about. So I hope everyone enjoyed the live stream. I'll probably be live. I'm going to try to be live again next weekend. Um, yeah, I'm going to try to be live again next weekend, doing like a Q&A where you guys can just ask me questions and stuff. But yeah, so that was the Star Wars Celebration of WonderCon Anaheim's panel schedule. Both of them. If you are just joining in or you're watching this not as live stream, feel free to go back in the video in the live stream, watch those, watch it, watch the panels, all of that. I'll be sure to put links to the panel announcements. Actually, I'm gonna do that right now because I probably should. And yeah, so I hope all of you guys have a fantastic day. Stay safe. And yeah, goodbye.